Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Michelle Broad Show. And today we're going to be talking about your wellness routine. Because if your wellness routine feels like it's become another job, or if it feels like something that you're failing at, then this video is for you today, my friend. Because at some point, a lot of us women, we realize something uncomfortable. We realize that what started off as a wellness routine, as a journey towards good health, has become something that is quietly feels rigid. It feels boring. And it's just something that we have to do, or one more thing that we have to keep up with. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but I have. And it's not just you. You're not doing anything wrong. Because most of the time, when we feel like something is boring or becomes rigid or it's just not working anymore, we feel like, okay, it's something that we're not doing. Why is it not working, right? We always go, why is it not working the way that I want it to? And it's nothing that you're doing wrong, my friend. You didn't lose motivation and you didn't fall off the track and you didn't fail your routine. More often than not, your life has probably changed and your stress has changed, your hormones have changed, and your routine simply just hasn't evolved with you. And as a women's health provider, I see this all the time. I talk to lots of women each and every day, capable women who are high achievers, who are doing all the right things, but they still feel disconnected or they feel burnt out. And honestly, I've been there too, my friend. I've had to update my own wellness routine several times, more times than I can count. As my body changes, I have to update my wellness routine in order for me to keep feeling good with what I'm doing. Not perfect, not impressive, just supportive. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Simple ways to make your wellness routine feel good again. Because wellness, my friend, shouldn't make your life feel harder or heavier. It should make your life feel easier. Okay, so first point that I want to talk to you about is, why does your wellness routine stop working? Well, here's the thing. Wellness routines were never meant, and I'm going to say that again, were never meant to be permanent. A lot of times we think, okay, we're going to set out a wellness routine, we're going to map it all out, and that's going to be the routine that we're going to use for the rest of our lives. Okay, but here's the thing. I know a lot of women believe consistency means doing the same thing the same way forever. But the news is, and what I want you to hear is that your biology doesn't work like that. Okay, your hormones change, your stress level changes, your sleep patterns change, your responsibilities change. So what supported you and your energy and your hormones last year may quietly be draining you this year. And I get women all the time who tell me, Michelle, I'm doing exactly what I'm doing now at 40 that I was doing when I was 20. Why isn't it working? They can't connect the dots. And it's because you're not the same person. Okay. And when that happens, it shows up as fatigue. It shows up as brain fog. It shows up as low motivation. You're not motivated to do that thing anymore. Okay. Or you feel irritable for no clear reason. That's not a mismatch, my friend. That's a mismatch between what your body needs and what your routine is asking for. Okay. So you have to change your routine up. You have to see where you are in your life right now. And that's how you have to look at it. And that's how you design your wellness routine. And yes, this spills into your professional life as well. When your body feels misaligned, decision making can get harder, patience gets thinner, focus drops. This is why wellness isn't separate from your performance. The two of them have to be linked together because your wellness is foundational to your life. That's your personal life. And it's foundational to your business life. The more energy you have personally on a day-to-day basis is the more energy that you're going to be able to pour into your personal life and that you're going to be able to pour into your professional life. Makes sense, right? Okay, so that's what we have to look at. So what I want you to do is, first of all, is I want you to check in with what's no longer working. So this is the first step, and it's being totally honest with yourself. No judgment, not saying I have to fix anything, just noticing. Okay, notice where you are in your life. Notice what's going on around you. Notice your responsibilities, because those responsibilities, they change all the time, right? So I want you to start asking your questions in the quietness of your own home, wherever you are. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a cup of tea, and just sit with your journal and ask yourself, where am I in my life right now? What is going on in my life right now? How's my stress level? Okay, what am I doing? What are my day-to-day demands? And then look at your wellness thing? Does it feel forced? Does it feel repetitive? What feels disconnected from how you actually feel? Because dread is information. Like I said, our bodies are always talking to us each and every day. So if something feels heavy every single day, it deserves to be questioned. So if your routine feels boring, you don't have fun with it, there's no joy in it anymore, you feel like it's just one more thing that you have to cross off your to-do list, that, my friend, is data. And that needs to be questioned. Because here's the important part. Letting go of a habit is not a failure. Okay, we often think about that. We think, oh my gosh, I've said these things, and if I change them, I'm a failure. We automatically go to that as women. I don't know why, but that's where we go to. And it's not. It's not about being a failure. It's removing something that doesn't, how do I want to say it? It doesn't do, it's removing something that is not moving your progress forward. That's no longer serving you. And it often creates space for something else better that is actually going to serve you better at that particular time. So hanging on to past habits that no longer serve you for where you are today are actually draining your energy, are actually dysregulating your hormones because it's causing you to have stress. When your routine supports your life, everything else gets lighter, including how you show up at work and how you show up in your relationships and everywhere. So the second thing that I want you to do is I want you to look at what brings joy back into your routine. What at this time is making you happy, okay? Because joy definitely matters. Laughing, smiling, that matters. It's not a bonus, my friend, and it's not a reward. Joy is what regulates our nervous system, so it is extremely important. So when joy is missing, what happens? Stress level is elevated, cortisol goes up, hormones get dysregulated, you can't sleep, anxiety rises, depression creeps in, we get brain fog, and all those other things that come along with it, okay? And that energy and those things that are happening in your body, that affects your energy. And in return, your energy then affects your sleep, your mood, and your patience. Okay, so joy doesn't have to be dramatic, my friend. It can look like a walk outside. It can look like taking a bike ride. It can look like sitting at your coffee table with a cup of tea, hot cocoa, wine, whatever it is, and just watching a good movie. Okay, it can be journaling. It can be cooking a meal that you love, or it can just simply being watching a comedy and laughing more, right? Because that brings us joy. So we're even seeing this outside as a cultural shift. More women, including public figures, are talking much more about having less extreme routines and more about sustainability, less punishment, more pleasure. And I'm so happy that we're seeing that because it gives us permission. It's not laziness, it's wisdom, right? Wise women do what supports their body. They don't do things that are going to deplete them. They do things that are going to add to them. And yes, my friend, joy improves creativity. It improves your resilience. It emotionally regulates you. It leads to better nervous system regulation. And that's what we all want. We want more calm in our life. I know I do. In 2026, I want calm and ease in my life. I want good things, right? And I know that you do too. Next is I want to talk to you about nourishing versus good for you. Okay. There's a difference between what looks healthy and what feels nourishing. Okay. Cold smoothies, intense workouts, cold plunges, pack wellness routines, they're all popular, but they're not universal solutions. Okay. When you look online, when you look on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you see all your friends doing different things and you think, oh, I should be doing that. You think, oh, that's better for me. Why? Why is that better for you? Ask yourself that question. Why do you think it's better for you? Are you living their life? No, you're not. You're living your own life. So you have to ask yourself the better question. How do I feel after I do things? If I do a heavy workout, do I feel good? Does it make me feel good? Or do I just feel like, oh my God, do I have to do this again? You need to look at your personal life. You need to look at how do you feel after everything that you do? Questions that you want to ask yourself. Am I calmer? Does it bring me more energy? Do I feel more clear? Do I have more joy in this? Or do I feel drained? Do I feel irritable? Or do I feel completely frustrated and depleted? Okay. When I'm working online and I'm doing a lot of techie work, I feel those latter things. So I have to figure out how can I bring joy into it. And what I do is I have my little got incense over here that I burn, that I listen to. I have my essential oils that I love to smell over here. I open up my window so that I can look outside at the beautiful sunshine. It's a beautiful day outside. I've got my water here, my tea. I surround myself with things that bring me joy. I've got little cards here sitting on my desk. I've got little plants here. I've got my lotion that smells really good because that's part of my wellness routine. That's how I show up every day at my job, that I have to sit behind a computer and talk to people all day long. That's what brings me joy and fills up my energy. So you've got to figure out what nourishes your soul and what brings you joy and happiness to give you that energy. Because I sit here all day, and even after when I'm done by 6 o'clock, I've got a lot of energy. I can still go out with my grandkids and do a bunch of things because I've supported myself all day with the things that my body needs because I listen to her. Okay. Now, the next one is definitely, you've got to hear me on this one. Let rigid rules go. Okay. If your routine feels like something that you can fail at, it's misaligned and it is not right for you. Rigid rules don't respect real life. Your energy, how many times have I said it? Another podcast, if you've listened to us, is not linear like a man's energy. Men's energy is like linear. Workforce, everything is linear. We are not linear creatures as women. We have ups and downs in our hormones. Our body has high output days and it also has low output days. That is normal for a woman's psychology. Our flexibility and our cortisol goes up and down. Flexibility gives you room to change things. Flexibility takes away guilt and gives you permission. Flexibility lowers your cortisol, and flexibility sustains your life much better than rigid rules. You don't need a perfect schedule. You don't need a 60-minute workout every single day. And you don't need rigid food rules. Okay, just like my friend Tabitha says, God created this body and you've got to see what nourishes your body. No rigid rules. Because when we have rigid stuff, we get upset. Okay, we don't look, God, I got to do that. No, I don't want you to think I have to do that. I want you to think I get to do that. That's where the joy becomes. Okay, next, rotation plus rest. Doing the same thing every day can quietly lead to burnout. And that's in all things, okay? Your work life, your relationship, and with your health. Variety keeps your routine engaging. So I want you to try things like rotating what you do. Maybe one day you ride a bike. Maybe the next day you roller skate. Maybe one day you go to the gym and you do HIIT exercises. Maybe one day you just walk. Maybe one day you journal. Maybe one day you just don't do anything at all, okay? You need to change things up. The humanness in us craves variety. And I don't care what anybody says. We crave variety. So when we change things up, it keeps us creative and it keeps our mind flowing, and that helps to increase our energy. So change up your morning routine, change up your evening routine, change up how you eat. If you eat salads every day for lunch, change it up, okay? It's okay to have fun with your wellness routine. That's what makes it enjoyable and keeps it fresh and keeps us wanting to keep on doing it, right? So please change things up, have flexibility, no rigid rules, okay? Next, I want you to connect with your why because you've heard it so many times in business. Why do we need a why? Because our why is what keeps us grounded to keep on doing things in the days when it seems hard. And I want your why to be extremely, extremely personal to you. Not what somebody else says, not what you see on Instagram, not what you see on Facebook, not what you see anywhere. Do you feel deep down inside of you? Okay. And my personal why is I've got two very active grandkids. I've got a 94-year-old mom with Alzheimer's on this side. I run my own business and I'm still practicing medicine. So I need my energy levels to be up. I need my body to have as much energy as possible and to be as healthy as possible so that I can go roller skating with my granddaughter. I can go bike riding. I can go to the indoor play place and get on all those different things, climb up ladders and do all the stuff that they want me to do. I want to be able to be the fun grandma. And I want to have enough energy to support my 94-year-old mom with Alzheimer's and all the things that she has to do because I have to be 100% her caretaker. And I need energy to come here and show up for you. And I have to have energy to show up for the patients that I see every day that I love doing. And I don't want my joy in any of those things to go away. And part of keeping those things going and having joy is enjoying doing what I do and putting a wellness routine that works for me. And that's what I want for you. Okay. So in closing, my friend, your needs change. Your body changes month to month, week to week, day to day, season to season. And you need to look at that. I'm not saying that you need to change your wellness routine of every single day by all means, but maybe every 2 months, every 3 months. Reassess. Be good at reassessing where you are. You do it in your personal life. You definitely do it in your business life. You look at what's working and what's not working. So why don't we do that with ourselves? So I want you to constantly be looking at what is working, what's not working. If something is not working, then by all means, get rid of it. Okay. If it is working and you love it and it brings you joy, hold on to it and see how you can incorporate it more. Okay. Your life evolves and your wellness routine should also evolve with you, not just being inconsistent, but in trusting yourself, trusting that inner voice that you know what your body needs. It knows what it needs, and she talks to you all the time. So listen to her. Because, my friend, when wellness works with your biology, it stops feeling like just another obligation that you have to do, and it becomes something of a real asset. So here's the thing. If this resonated with you, leave me a comment. Let me know and tell me what part of your routine do you like? What part of your routine don't you like? And are you ready to evolve into something different? And if you want to learn more about how to work with your own body and how to become a bio-aligned woman and not fight against your own biology, I'm here to share more about that here on this channel. So I want to thank you so much for being here today. And like I always say, may God richly bless your life. And we will talk to you so soon in our next episode. So leave us a comment below, like this episode, subscribe to the channel, share it with a girlfriend. We are growing. This channel by no means is about perfection. It's about me sharing real truth about real health for real women so that you can go put it into your real life. So until next week, my friend, God bless. And like I said, I'm here for you. I want to hear from you. I want to partner with you, and have a great day.